Try this. Hello? That was weird. Oh, I know why. I think it's because I updated OBS, so it reset my mic to default instead of to my podcast. That makes sense. Hey, let's try this again. What's up, everybody? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. I'm the ADHD and dad. My dad who has ADHD, who really likes to play D&D. D&D guy, how are you doing? How are you and your girlfriend? How's life? How's family? What's going on? Good. Good, man. I'm glad to hear that. On a scale from 1 to 10, how's your day to day? Mine, honestly, it's probably pretty high. Probably like an, I don't know, an 8 or 9. I don't know if any day is ever a perfect day, but I had a pretty good day with my kids. Weather was nice. The air quality's improved. So we got to go play outside, threw the ball around, push around the swing. Got some work done this morning. Good. 9.5. Dang. That's really high. Why a 9.5? That's more than just good. That's awesome. Hmm. Oh my gosh. So fragile. I finally finished it. I have over 100 hours on Microsoft Flight Sim. Very nice. I did it. I finally finished my One Piece ship. It took quite some time, but it is so stinking cool. And then I have, I think I turned the other way. I don't know. I have like another tinier One Piece Lego set back there. Hmm. Can't see it, but it's done. Are you getting mentally prepared to go back to school in less than a month? I know I am. I'm trying to. Back to kids going back to school, me going back to school. Life's gonna go back to being a different kind of busy again. No, I get it. I get it. I'm, I'm admittedly ready for my kids to go back to school. I think they all need a little bit of educational challenging and think they want to see their friends and all that stuff. I'm sure when we get there, they'll feel a little differently, but pushing to PC. That's good. Sounds good. Sounds good. So, so yeah, today I ooh, oh no, not an ad. Am I even running ads? I didn't say I'm running an ad. Weird. Oh, I didn't. I normally do. That's fine. Let me add this real quick. Not have the mute ad button on here? Oh, there's snooze ads. Yeah, I'm not running any. That's weird. I don't know why you have one. D&D guy, D&D boy, all the above. Who's back? Blazer Lamer, thanks for the follow. How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Uh, yeah. So I plan for this stream at least to start is I wanted to look at a video that the Godforge team just put out talking about some updates they're doing. As I haven't made, I don't even know that I will. I want to, but I haven't made any content for YouTube since I made my last one probably about a month ago now. It's hard to do. It's unfortunately not a huge focus, but I'd love to do it more. So I want to do a little bit of talking about it. Maybe watch it and kind of review it as it's happening. So feel free to add any of your own thoughts as we watch. Um, yeah, that's we're gonna check out their campaign update they talked about. This is looking pretty cool. Uh, Blazer Lamer, if you're still here, let me know. All my followers get a dad joke. Ta-da. If you're here, let me know. Pick a number between 1 and 270 ish. Yeah, about that much. For your dad joke. um, so, let's see. I'll put this over here. I meant to have this set up beforehand, but I didn't. What in the world? It's so weird. I didn't click that. Why did it even come up? Okay. Okay. Godforge. When's the next horror game day? Well, that would be um let's go look at this real quick. So we're currently at 267 out of 324. I usually do a horror game when I finish a set, or at least when I hit a milestone. I've done like halfway milestones, but yeah, that would probably be the next time I would do one. That's when I've done them in the past. Uh, which obviously the latter part of the collecting takes quite a bit longer. Though we are using the machines now. We are using the machines again. Okay. Full screen that. Okay, so I haven't really paid attention to it. I meant to do it before this. If you've seen someone watching someone else's video and reviewing it, is my camera positioning good? Like, should I just be down here in the corner and then just like pause it to commentate, or should I like make my whole camera disappear while I'm not talking and then reappear? I feel like that'd be a lot, but um, thoughts. Or should I do it like this, just entirely different, and like be down here? I feel like the bigger one's probably better. But if I do it this way, I'm able to move my cameras easily. It'll be a fixed part of this. Which use audio. Hmm. Maybe I won't do this. Maybe I'll just record a separate video. I need to look into better how to do that while streaming. I don't know if there's really an easy way to do it. That'll make it easy to edit. Maybe we'll just play some Card Trap Sim. Or Spell Brigade, if you or anybody else wants to play. I do want to review this, though. Maybe I'll do it later. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. I'll leave it for now. Oh my goodness. I am warm. Cooking. I am cooking in here right now. What in the world? Why is it so hot? Why is it so hot in here? Mm-mm-mm. Oh, wrong. Okay. Oh, that's what. Okay. Now that I'm not cooking. Jarl Javi, what is up to you, party people? How's it going? You, if I'm not mistaken, are you someone who played or came around when we were doing Godforge stuff in the past? Did you see me on the category for a second? I did. Yeah, yeah, that's right. How you doing, man? Poor lady. Assume you're a guy. Since it says a Jarl. But that could be presumptuous. Yeah, I was gonna do a review of Simon's video he just did on campaign, because I had some thoughts about it I wanted to share. I haven't made a video on YouTube in a while. Um, but I was teetering back and forth between it. I didn't know. I saw you playing Godforge when the beta was out, and I was just seeing everyone experience with it while I was doing my own stuff. Nice. So yeah, did did you see me streaming in the Godforge category, and that's why you stopped by, or is that completely coincidental? Because I haven't done it since beta, and then I was just doing it just now because I was going to do a video review, which maybe I'll go back and do. Because if not, that's funny, uh, and quite coincidental. Been following since beta. Oh no, no, no! I know. Uh, I just meant like just now, like this stream. Like I'm not now. I'm in the card shop sim category, but I was in the Godforge category like maybe 60 seconds ago, and I just changed it because I was going to go do this instead. But I'm feeling very indecisive. Very indecisive. I think I will. I think I will watch it. Have you seen this? Have you seen this video that Simon put out with all their new campaign info? Oh, I popped it on my followed channels. Haven't checked on any of the categories I'm following, so I don't even know who else is streaming at the moment from Payless Discord. Gotcha. Cool. Well, thanks for popping in. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I think we will. We're gonna watch this. I have some thoughts that even if I might even be able to maybe just pull my camera from it if I need to in an edit. Or maybe I can just leave it as this. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. So if you have any thoughts about this as we're watching, I saw the overhaul coming to the look of the game, not necessarily the campaign. Well, yeah, no, you're right. This is like not about the campaign. This is about the sanctum. This is about the sanctum. I'm thinking about the podcast they did today. They were talking about campaign, but this was all about the sanctum visual overhaul. Okay. Hey, Simon. Haven't seen the podcast. It was good. It was good. At Bradbod Gaming, another newer content creator, and they had Aaron on there, and he was definitely spilling lots of juicy info today. It was it was good. It was cool. It's definitely cool to see the. Maybe it wasn't this one then. Maybe there was a video prior to this. Did you see the campaign like lengthening it and adding nodes? That video, I think it was the one right before this. Maybe that's not this one. That was also an awesome video. I'm really excited about a lot of that stuff. But we'll stick with this one for today. Good to hear. Good to hear. Oh, I'm gonna switch it back. My decision is incredible. Uh, yep. Okay. I'll make up my mind eventually. Okay. Onward. And as we hit certain points, I definitely, like I said, I'd love to hear your thoughts and feedback as I uh, talk about things or present some ideas to the things they're going to show us. If any of you have any additional thoughts, shout them out. Ah, delinquent. What's up, dude? How's it going? Hey, you've got some profound thoughts. All right, don't you sell yourself short. I don't really have much thoughts other than the look at the base camp definitely needs a makeover, and I think they're heading the right direction. I'll challenge that a little bit when we get a little closer. Certainly agree. As an overall thought on what they're going to show in this, that's definitely good feedback. But and maybe the thoughts will be more on some of the ideas I have around some of the questions they ask. But also, jokes on you. There's no sound. No, don't tell me that. Well, thanks for letting me know. Yeah, that makes sense because it's pulling it from this. I need it to pull from this. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna play it again. Tell me if you hear it now.
I don't think we really tell people enough what's going on. So it doesn't really make sense that, you know, this scene looks so different from the area that you then go and summon.
Any sound coming through? Okay. Jarl, why didn't you tell me you couldn't hear it? That's okay. I'll I think I'm really just gonna be using my feedback and then I'll take the video itself and make them two things so I can overlay them a little bit differently. It's fine. It's fine.
From
As we
and
were.
rectify that. We also
I'm a
find with this
professional.
sanctum, it's quite
Professional.
expensive for phones, right? So there's a lot of structures here. What you don't realize is even though we're far away,
You've been stuck on a game. What game have you been stuck on? I've been so out of it these past 5 weeks due to heart surgery. Oh, geez, man. I'm uh, I'm glad to hear your surgery was successful enough that you are alive. Um, uh, Gatekeeper. Never heard of that. What kind of game is it? I'd love to say I'm always down for new games, but I cannot say that. That's a dangerous choice for me. I don't have time for games. I genuinely don't. Tell me about it. Yeah. Dang, heart surgery. I woke up today thinking it was Monday. It's not. it's very Thursday. It's up your alley too. Oh no, don't tell me that. I love it. I'll definitely have to at least check it out. Um, yeah, glad you're doing well post heart surgery. Hope your recovery is continuing smoothly. Kind of a more technical spell brigade. Oh, interesting. Is it a PC version game or is it uh mobile? Words, man. Words are hard.
Way, you still have to build out. Maybe I'll just show you actually what's going on here. This is the Sanctum, right? So it's a
I think
3D.
this is so cool. Like the thing that we look at is just a giant 3D rendered place that they like pick angles and lighting from, but they've actually built all this stuff, which makes it even more important as they talk about a little later. Just the changes to performance on your mobile by making it less of a giant space. I think it's a good welcome change. If you've ever seen Spy Family, oh my gosh, I love Spy Family, dude. I love that. To be fair, I think the first season was the best. I think the second season was also great, and I feel like it's gotten a little less exciting. It's been a little bit more like story building exposition. But I still think it's fantastic. Every morning I look like Anya that woke up in the middle of a night, dazed and confused, and goes back to sleep. That's an incredible description. I love that. I've not played on any other platform in forever. I only play on PC. Fair. Is it free? Another good question.
The map. Okay, we've built everything in 3D as you would need to for something like this. Everything we've got in here costs us in memory, it costs us our GPU, and every time we add things like VFX, if we add objects, VFX for like the summoning area, I don't know, VFX in these buildings.
Is not free. I would assume it's probably cheap though. Most bullet hell games tend to be. Like it's not a $60 game. It's probably like a $10 or $15 game. 15. There it is. Boom. Super guess. Yeah. Uh, so it's interesting. It's a more technical bullet hell. That sounds cool. Does it have a lot of traction? Is it newer? Is it older? Yeah, I haven't watched Spy Family in a little while now because I was watching with my wife and then she got bored, so I just kind of fell off. And then I just got a Crunchyroll subscription a couple weeks ago because I got tired of having to wait for One Piece on Netflix. So I'm catching up so I can just start watching it as they come out. Um, but that's a big one right now. I just finished watching Solo Leveling probably about a month ago. Um, Next on my list is the Demon Slayer Infinity Castle arc movie. Want to see that? Need more skills with this? It's a year old. Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, I like the variants. It's nice to have like a chill casual game, and then something a little bit more skill heavy. Well, remind me to check it out when we're done with this video.
Anything which we're doing to try and like sell the mood, and anything we've built like these little sort of TP areas or these fake houses or whatever, they're all costing us memory, GPU, performance basically on your devices.
Hmm.
So even though we're sort of right the way up here in our shot for the Sanctum, all of these things still exist as like 3D objects. They cost exactly the same if you're far away as if you're close. Now, obviously, because we're further away, we get away with being less detailed. So we don't have to build them with the same level of polygons, but still, it's a pretty costly scene right now. And so
I just found out Fire Force is a direct prequel to Soul Eater, which is crazy because I haven't seen Soul Eater since I was a kid. I've never heard of Soul Eater, and is Fire Force that like Like fireman anime? Yeah. What is Soul Eater? I think I know what that is. You said it's a direct prequel? How does this weird, like, Reaper looking show turn into firefighters? Same link? Interesting. Yeah, I've never seen Soul Eater. It kind of looks cool. I'll add it to my list on Crunchyroll. Is Fire Force good? Like it's in like the top shows, but is it actually good? I once cosplayed as Death the Kid. Nice. Yeah, is it worth the watch? Should I add it to my list? Should I watch Fire Force? And apparently, do I need to watch Soul Eater first? Let me know.
We started to ask the question, like, do we want it to be this kind of like, you know, this shot where we're quite far back and we've got these different buildings, or could we approach this in a bit of a different way? So before we build like the 3D prototype, we start to do some work, right? We start to explore different
Beautiful.
images, we explore different concepts. We actually really loved this concept piece of art by Oliver Beck. Turns out he's now working doing concepts for us. Wasn't at the time,
We
but we
loved
liked
it
it so
so
much. We're
much.
like, come in and do
We
some
hired.
environment concepts for us. And it turns out he's an absolute badass. So
Hmm.
yeah, basically like this vibe, and we started to work up our own version of this type of look. So yeah, firstly we sort of mocked something up very quickly in Unreal, and sort of explored. We like this kind of idea of like a side room here, that maybe the rooms enter you into different places, but ultimately here it was like different parts of the sanctum would unlock different parts of what you need to do in the game, obviously. And we sort of threw this into the AI train a little bit to just quickly
Getting
iterate on
closer. Getting
ideas.
closer.
We sort of pushed it around before we actually put tons of work against it. Also, almost basically threw the original concept, which we loved from Oliver, into this kind of like generation as well. Yeah, eventually kind of like started to build stuff out. Maybe the sanctum could be kind of like central and you see different rooms that you go into. So we start to explore this, and again sort of built something very quickly in Unreal. So just quickly like modeled something, and then
We're
we fed
getting
that
getting
into
close to
basically like
thoughts now.
an AI program to say this is the vibe we want, paired with these other things.
I may get a game called Gamble with Your Friends. Yeah. Okay. Gamble with. Oh, are these the same people that made the climbing game? What is this? An online 1 to 6 player co-op casino crawler where you and your friends share one bank account and one massive debt. Gamble, buy sketchy items, make terrible decisions, and climb an ominous casino tower to hit your loan shark's daily quota in 5 minutes, or face the consequences. What in the world? That sounds insane. I think I've actually seen someone playing this the other day. Still insane. Okay.
Basically up-res it so that we could get a feel of what it would look like if it was properly rendered. And you
That's
can
so
see we're like
silly.
much closer to the Godforge, to the marketplace, to your smithy, that type of stuff. So again, we just started
A
to
giant
play around with this
man.
idea, and it's like, well, what if it was almost like the Sanctum was a
Okay.
room of different doors where you can see visually what's actually going on. It feels alive, and feels more like a center for your heroes rather than just sort of very distant. So really like this idea. We start to play around with this. Yeah, sort of built different sort of versions of this.
That looks
Within
weird.
our game, sort of two of the elements that we're really like trying to hone in on are metal and magic. And
Hmm.
we wanted to make sure that metal in terms of like we're forging things, we've got smithies, that sort of oldie, most people have got metal weapons, all of
That was
those type
good.
of things kind of like sell metal. And then magic is very much we're in this kind of age of magic, so
Mm-hmm.
we want to make sure that some of those elements start to come through in the design. And again, just playing around with different things here, start to like hone in on what would a close-up of a different room look like potentially. Again, it's all quickly generated stuff, but gives us a real quick iteration of what this could be. And Jerry then went to town and started to build a couple of the scenes out
I
in
really like this one.
Unreal.
This is very
So this
cool.
is kind of like a scene built of the Godforge and how that could feel if you went into one of the rooms, which is a super cool piece of work. And then kind of like, what about if there was a summoning crystal there as well? So lots of work went on before we actually built the first prototype in full, which I'll share with you now as well. Jerry and Damon started to work on a prototype for a different feel for the Sanctum. Now you're probably like, oh my god, this is going to be way harsher on my mobile device. And the fact is, it is not, because
One more thing, I can't find where I bought Pal World. I've been thinking of playing that again and can't find it. What? You didn't buy it on Steam? Like you've purchased it before, but now don't own it because you don't know where it is? Like yeah, it's on. I did hear they had a really cool big update that they just added, so uh weird. Is it because it updated that like it's no longer relevant or something? It's weird.
although we're closer to our
It's not there
work,
anymore.
there's a lot
Mm,
less
sounds like
stuff
you
we can
need to
draw in at
submit a
any time. So
support ticket.
in this version of the Sanctum, I'll play the little video of Jerry moving around in a sec. We've basically got all of these different like tool rooms, if you like. Imagine we're in a decrepit castle or something like that, and each of the different areas would lead me into something in the Sanctum. So right here in the sort of background right in front of us, you can see the Godforge. We'll show you that in a second. This might be where the smithy and the crucible live. This could be the bazaar. We could have a sort of spare room for when we expand the Sanctum. Over here, we could have the Pantheon halls. Anyway, we're trying to make sure that in this system, firstly, does it feel good on a mobile phone? So the prototype we're building right now is really just like a let's play around with it on a phone and see if moving around the Sanctum feels good. That's the first thing. Like we don't go into any more depth than that until we understand if it feels good for a player to move around the Sanctum. You see down here, this could be like our battle area, so it could be like press battle, and it still gives us we still have like a UI over the top so that there would be quick access buttons and stuff like that for a phone. None of that's going to change. But what this means we can do, if we zoom in, say in the bazaar, we go into the bazaar, that would then we'd basically load into a scene and you'd have like a 3D, almost like a marketplace. If we zoom in on the Godforge, hopefully we're going to do that here in this little video clip. So imagine I pressed on the Godforge or pressed on an area and I could zoom into it. Also means that we can have some of your favorite heroes potentially roaming around or enticing you to summon your Aether Stones. this is a feel of, okay, we just hit a button, we zoomed into the Godforge, and we're now standing.
That white flashing needs to stop for anyone who's like seizures, epilepsy, and anything like that is too much. Like the crackling's fine. It's just that bang, bang, that like flash
In the
bang.
Godforge area.
It's
I'm only really like paying
I don't.
for
It doesn't
the
bother me, but
VFX when
like
I'm in
I
this
I know
scene.
my wife would not be able to handle that at all.
So you would have like a back scene, and then it would almost be like a new scene for your phone if we zoom into an area.
Okay, so this idea that they're presenting about clicking in an area for real, it bothered me so much. Yeah, I was like, love the concept art, like idea of this. That is too much flashing. Cannot do that. It's even, and it's not even like just when you're in there. Like even backed up, and you're in the center of the sanctum, it's still too much. So, first note. So, second. So here, the idea of clicking on, like I would imagine if we go back a skosh here, and these are all like clickable arches, right? And if I click on this as the bazaar, and then it zooms me into the
New
bazaar.
scene for your phone if we zoom.
I think the concept is really cool. I think what I would be leery about is it almost feels like so kind of like the first experience I had with, which I know they're already fixing this, but the experience with campaign where you had cutscenes and you had to watch them every time. But it whereas I think that makes sense to watch once and then not see anymore. I don't know how it would make as much sense to create this kind of idea where you zoom into that area and now you're looking at like a bazaar menu without doing it every time. Because if we do that and you zoom in here, but I want to
Those
so here that maybe are like oh hello, can you hear me? It just said I reconnected. Oh no! Can you hear me? Can anybody hear me? Am I live? It says my connection is back. Okay. Is it stable? It says my bitrate is not stable, but I don't know what to do about it because I have set it to what it's supposed to be. It's probably just my internet. I know my internet went out earlier today, so wouldn't entirely surprise me. Um, Sorry, guys. Okay, so I don't. Uh, okay. What was the last thing you heard me say? That is disappointing. Why is my network connection so bad? Oh, anyway, what I was just talking about was so the zooming in and out. I wonder how long it's going to take for that to feel annoying. It's cool, but if I have to keep coming back to the center. And then the second thing that I think I cut out for the internet was not working at that point. You have to start over. I did not get the CC number so I can get some games. You're funny. Very funny. Jokes. So on this screen though, let's say I'm looking currently at like 6 different interactable areas. We've got the Godforge, we've got the Bazaar, we've got the potentially combined like Forge, Crucible, um, we've got our combat area, and then let's say, I don't know, we've got pantheons and I don't know. Oh no, we need campaign too. Like, and they've talked about that being such like a central idea. So I'm like, maybe this is campaign, and then this is pantheons, and this is dungeons. I don't know, but I feel like uh, they're gonna have more than just 6 different things. So what's gonna end up happening is I'm gonna have to scroll like left to right to see all these. And if I'm thinking about a mobile screen, like this is already gonna be so small. How difficult is it gonna be for me to go to each of these different areas and then have to, again, like I talked about for the first part, like zoom into it and then back out of it again to go somewhere else. Like I say it out loud and it sounds like too much, but I mean, before you realistically you have to go back to the main sanctum area every time to go to a new area, except for like some of the areas. That's actually not true because it was only some of the areas. It was like the Godforge, the Forge, um, the Bazaar, and the Pantheon. But all the like dungeons, campaigns, and the tower and stuff were all on their own sub menu. And so if all of those are accessible through this area, that's just going to be a lot of moving and a lot of different portals. So I worry a little bit about that. I think I'd hope that they kind of keep the way that the dungeon menu is right now with campaign, dungeon, tower, all that stuff. Maybe make that this little central orb and you navigate out into the world from there. Whereas what's in the sanctum is just stuff you find in the city. That might be okay then. Um so yeah, that was my first thought is the idea of scrolling, having to scroll back and forth between menus, or which again, this is not perfect or optimized, but like if it was like cut off and I have to like go up and down a little bit to see them, I imagine they would polish that entirely and make sure that it fits, as they've been so mindful of all that kind of like just polish work and ease of access and stuff like that. But that was my one of my thoughts about this idea.
areas, and you might have two or three of the things, or probably two of the things that we're trying to do. So, if we was to go into this one over here, we could combine the smithy and the crucible into one area, for
As it was
example.
the Smithy and the
So
Crucible.
this is the type of vibe that we're going for. Very much like more 3D, more cinematic feel, which is what we've said, we want from our game.
That part I love. Just to be very like, I love the look of this. I love the idea of the sanctum being this like big hub and not like an overview looking down on a city. I think that was fine too, but I like this direction.
Game. And I'm just going to play this through one more time. Um, but still making sure that we have got space for players to be able to do all the things that we need them to be able to do in the game. And
Yeah.
with this type of vibe, if we had a big event on, let's say, I don't know, Merlin joins the game and Merlin's a big summoning event, then we could have
Flashing.
something going on in here, which is like, or outside, but in front of the Godforge, almost like welcoming new heroes into the realm. Or, we could deck out this very easily in Halloween style visuals and stuff like that. Whatever we want to do, we could alter because it's a 3D scene. We would just need to, just be able to iterate on it. So, firstly, how do you feel about this visual compared to what we're seeing right now? Also, how do
Improved,
you feel about
better.
like kind of like
Like,
navigation? Or a couple of other things I want to show you. So this is the Godforge, right? So this is not the Godforge. It's kind of just, it was our initial kind of vision of a portal to the Godforge. But obviously the Godforge feels very different to that now that we're used to it. So we're thinking about changing up also a little bit how the summoning works. Again, prototype means it's early phase, but we're thinking summon in front of the Godforge. I'm using my Aether Stone. The Godforge should be like the big visual element. The Aether Stone, way less so. But then what we're thinking here in this prototype is that the Aether Stone is being empowered and fed energy from the Godforge, which eventually enables a hero to burst out of the Aether Stone. think about what the Aether Stone is. It's almost like a fragment of this divine Aether, this power from this world, and the Godforge is almost igniting that power to enable a hero to burst from it. This is the sort of vibe we're going for. You see, depending on the rarity of hero, we could have more going on with the Aether.
All right, so I firstly just want to say I feel like the animation they made there was so clean. Like the way that the hero appeared out of the stone felt so seamless and smooth, and it felt like they came out of it, but it wasn't like, I don't know, there just wasn't a delay. I just felt like they just did a really, really good job animating that. I really, really like that idea, and we'll add to it a little
Stone
after we
much
talk a little
closer
more.
to the hero in terms of reveal, bit more sort of cinematic lighting and mood and feel. So this is the vibe we're going for. We still want to have things like big summoning reveals for, you know, someone like, well, I showed you the Ra one in the past where some legendaries will have these kind of like cool little cinematic reveals. We're kind of like toying with a couple of things right now. Do we
So true, man. They've been working so hard, and I think that's a super exciting thing. Obviously, I think it's like uh, almost scary, just in terms of how much, like when do we get to play early release? Because in the podcast they like Aaron like confirmed a second beta, which I think will be great. I can't wait to play with all of these changes. I think it's gonna be amazing. But I want it, man. I want this game, but I also want the best game. I don't want something that's not ready. So I'm like, this balance of like my heart desiring and longing for this game so much, uh, uh and but also to your point, like just genuinely appreciating all the effort they're putting into making a game that people will enjoy, but also that they're proud of. Like that they think is good, that they think will appeal, all those things.
need to end up in the hero's realm? You know, so right now, if we do a summon in game, we end up in the environment of the hero. So I do a summon here. So
Which
in
I
our
like.
current example, we go through the Godforge, and then we end up in a, oh, I got myself a legendary there. We end up in the actual realm of the hero.
That's terrible, delinquent. That's terrible. Oh gosh.
So do we need that for summoning? Especially if you sort of pair it with the new look sanctum, where the Godforge is part of your sanctum. It's kind of like an element of the sanctum. So we're kind of wondering if just the hero landing here feels better. It's almost like, okay, they've come to your sanctum, and then we'd still want the environments for our heroes if you were looking at them in your Pantheon screen, I think, because it gives them, their own sort of uniqueness. But yeah, how do you feel about landing here? We'd still have a quick sort of fire summoning animation like we've got here.
Okay, so let's answer that question. How do you feel about them landing there? I think it's really cool. Like I just said, I think the animation, I think the idea of the stone like growing and bursting as the energy's infusing it, and then the hero popping out of it feels really good. Um, I like the idea since they're trying to move this concept of uh, these aren't the gods themselves; they are avatars of the gods, and you are summoning like a piece of them, or a copy of some kind into your world and your sanctum, where you operate and own things. So I think that feels good. Um, um, yeah. So they just talked about the idea of getting to see the background, as each faction has their own background and um, their own theme and their own style. And I think I'd personally like to see that still. I think it'd be cool. and the way that I think that that would shift, and I don't know how this would work um, in two ways. One, in multi summons, it would maybe get weirder or just not be able to happen. The idea that I have is that you're summoning these people from these places. I feel like the stone, instead of the Godforge itself being the power, like instead of that ball being the power source, I feel like it's like the apparatus that is the power source. Maybe it is because they were talking about like magic, right? So maybe there's like runic infused rocks on the outside, like all around that circular border. Like there's like just runes or some kind of magical machine type thing. And those things infuse the ether stone. And then the stone like emerges from the portal and then or from this like giant orb, and then the orb becomes like a visual portal, right? So it just becomes like a backdrop, and so that giant orange globe then becomes the background of Tian or of Olympus or whatever it is. So and it almost gives you that taste before you get the avatar of uh, what faction you're about to get. You don't know the rarity, but I thought that would be cool. I don't know really another way that you'd be able to still incorporate the idea of their faction environment if they're summoning in the sanctum, unless it was some kind of portal. I actually commented this on the video and I'll paste it here, but basically I said this animation makes it feel like we're summoning the heroes and not them summoning us. Yeah, definitely agree. That feels really good. They could have it where the stone kind of opens up a portal and you see the character step out of there. Yeah. So I think so this is again uh, refining that idea because they said in the podcast today, like the reason, because they wanted it to make sense. They didn't want to just make a game where you can have all the gods and heroes of like real world lore and cultures. They wanted it to make sense that you can have an Odin and I can have an Odin. Uh, how do we both have an Odin if there's only one god of Odin? Well, that's because we're summoning avatars, and so I think the idea of something stepping through the portal doesn't make as much sense because we're creating a new uh, a new avatar of them. But I do think if it was a portal that the stone could emerge from the portal, the stone then cracks open and creates the hero. But the portal, we get to see the cherry blossom leaves floating through the wind, or the Olympus, the lightning bolt of Zeus cracking through the sky, or something like that. That's the idea I had in my head. But if their desire is for the Godforge, if for this giant orb to truly be the power source, then that doesn't work as well. And then I think it's okay that we just won't see the faction background. But I think that'd be really cool. Think what I'm thinking, yeah.
I think we would still do a 10 pull across the stream because, you know,
Which to then expand upon that is why I feel like a 10 pull wouldn't work, because then how do you put that many backgrounds in the portal? I was like, you could do pie slices, I guess, if the game could like just auto generate each slice as like a piece of what the artwork would normally look like as a full circle, and you just see all of them. Or a 10 summon could just be different and you just don't get to see the background. Like, I think that's fine too. I like the idea that the Portal Godforge is for the hero and not for us. We summon, call upon the hero to join our ranks to fight evil, makes the players feel as if they're in charge of Heroes Fold. Oh, yeah, for sure. Definitely agree. So that the multi summon's the only thing that makes that weird. Ah! What's up, Nate? I would love a light particle. Wait, why didn't that? Oh, it's on here. I see. Thanks for the resub. Also, I'm mad at you. You didn't answer my message. I don't even know if you're alive. Are you okay? Hello. It's good to see you. Thanks again for the sub. I would love a light particle silhouette from the hero. Yeah, yeah. Oh, I'm pretty sure I already watched what you wanted to see, because I'm pretty sure you wanted to jump. You wanted to watch the Kaido fight, like the first Kaido fight, right? Or did you just want to watch the Gear 5 Luffy fight? I'll rewatch it. It's fine. But I'm officially in Act 2 of Wano. Um, what do you mean by a light particle silhouette from the hero? Gear 5? Okay, great. I'll let you know when I get there. Yeah, I bought a Crunchyroll subscription, and I got tired of waiting. Yeah, what do you mean by a light particle silhouette from the hero? Just to make sure I'm understanding what you're saying. Light particle silhouette. Oh, okay. Oh, interesting. So you'd want the ether stone to crack open and show a silhouette of them and then like reveal them? Or you just would want a silhouette to come through the Godforge and then obviously like materialize into its full self? Uh, okay. Yeah, that's a cool addition. I like that. It's that little extra bit of tease, right? Or silhouette through the door. Okay. And then forms into the hero. Yeah. I like that idea too. Let's keep going. I think there's something else he says that I wanted to touch on.
Temples are normally being done for pace, so we're thinking we would still do a temple across the screen as cards, but this is the
Mm-hmm.
type of vibe prototype we're working on. Yeah, again, give me your initial feel. Another thing we're toying with is, let's say, as this kind of like growth is
Oh,
going
that's
on.
right. This.
So if that was the example of, there's this kind of like a slightly purple shard of the crystal here, slightly blue one here. At this moment in time, you might be thinking I've either got a rare or an epic, or it could be a common, right?
So yeah, how do you guys feel about this idea? I saw a lot of people in comments saying that they actually didn't want this. I think that, me personally, that's one of the things that I've really enjoyed. It's the tease. It's the getting a glimpse before you get the full picture. Like a lot of games do it. Like if you're gonna get the big pull in like I forget what it is, like Genshin Impact or whatever, you get like the light gets brighter and brighter and brighter, and then you know you're gonna get a gold star that shoots across the screen. I like the idea of the summon animation being a mini reveal of the rarity you're gonna get. So a lot of people saying that they didn't want it. I think that's cool. I don't know if I necessarily like the idea of multiple colored shards on the stone. I think I would just want varying degrees of a glow. Like it could be super subtle. It could even be like hard to actually see. Like some games, I think it was Watcher of Realms. No, it wasn't Watcher of Realms. Maybe it was originally. But like it is actually really subtle to know whether or not you were gonna get like the rarest pull or the second rarest type of pull. But if you could catch it, if you could catch that little like 1 second animation, you'd be like, oh shoot, something big's coming. I think that's cool. I'm totally fine with it. I don't see a problem with it. Yeah. I like the precursor reveal of rarity, but I'm okay if I'm okay if it doesn't exist because there's plenty of games that don't, and the excitement still comes with the hero itself. Uh, but you pull the 10 pull and you know before you even get there whether or not you're gonna get let down. Sometimes that feels good. It's not that big a deal though.
So what about if this ramps up in terms of a visual to give you a bit of a steer towards the hero rarity that you might get?
I like that.
Does that feel good? It doesn't give you the guarantee, but it gives you like a feel of, okay, well, it's either going to be one of this or this. Is that a good feeling to you? What about if it completely ramps up, so it kind of turns blue if it's rare, and then maybe it expands to purple if it might be epic, and etc. Does that feel good? There's a lot of things we're sort of working on within this prototype, and sort of building on as we go right now. But this kind of like
So
explosion from the crystal as you get your hero. I feel there's something pretty cool to that, but it does mean that if we did that, we probably couldn't end up in the realm. Is that
I also like that the animation is shorter. Like the amount of like screenshot angle changes and things you had to do just to get through the summoning animation. I'm like, this is too long. This is too long for single summons. It summons it. It's a quick little thing. And then sure, like legendaries, you can have something a little bit more grandiose, but
Would feel
that
weird
feels
to
good.
then fade to, the an Aru realm or Echo realm, whatever. So anyway, that's the second thing, and then the last thing I just want to show you a couple of bits of cinematic work that's being done for our
Mm,
narrative
that's right.
cutscenes, for our campaign cutscenes right now. So not the kind of red and black ones, which are like the main story. This is kind of like the smaller story bites, but certainly the new crew have been at work. We're still following that same sort of vibe of the characters are still, but the environment has got some life. We think this works for us in terms of a scene. So you can see Skadi on her throne, Vidar having a chat. Um, but yeah, all of these are being basically made in Unreal and lit, basically worked in Unreal
I
and
like it
then
pretty well.
being recorded as a video. In game now, we've actually got it so they auto play, so you don't need to click through. They're
Thank
now auto
goodness.
playing.
That was a pain point.
So it goes from one to the next at a good pace. Also, we've got it in game that once you've seen it once, maybe I can show you actually quick to give you an idea of how we've sort of started to adapt the feel of this. I can rewatch. This is not the right button, but I can rewatch the
Yes.
cinematic if I've seen it before. But once I've seen it, I won't see it again. There would just be this button here to replay it if I choose to. So on the second time of beating this stage, I would not see that cinematic play again. But that's
Thank
one of the changes we
goodness.
made just because it felt better for a player to be able to do it. But yeah, this is the sort of vibe we're going for, which I think is very cool. I'll show you another one as well. So yeah, Chris and Jerry and Gregor and Greg all starting to work through some of these now. And yeah, I think the vibe is good. Honestly, I think the vibe's very cool. It's very much our own style,
I
and
agree.
you
It
still
feels
get like
unique. I like it.
a good cut of story, but it's not kind of like taking over
Totally
your
agree.
day, which is
Love
what
the
we
look
wanted
of
from these. It
these.
was like a nice
And it
element.
is it's so cool to see them release these videos every once in a while and to get to see what they're working on. Even like in things that aren't necessarily like the focus of the video, which in this case it is more so, but a lot of times you get a glimpse of something, you're like, oh my gosh, like look at how much they've polished this. Like these look even better than they did before.
Story without kind of like being, click through loads of screens of text. All of it will be voiced, that type of stuff. So three big areas we're working on. Obviously, we're working on a billion more at the same time as well. But I would
It,
love your
it
feedback.
is interesting the idea of the entire environment still being mobile, but every person being frozen. Like you can see the flames flickering and being alive, but none of the people move. It is definitely feels unique. I like it.
Down below. I've been Simon from Fateless. I'll see you soon.
Hmm. 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 Yeah, if you haven't seen it, podcast today. It was really good. Definitely talked about some cool stuff. Um, the equipment rework was also awesome, but the campaign one they just did were some awesome changes. Yeah, this one. Campaign rebuilt. This one's a longer one. Hey, what's up, killers? How's it going, dude?
Hey guys, this is Simon from Fateless. Today I am joined by our lead designer, Saf Paul Carr. You haven't been on a YouTube video in
All right, this one we're gonna move
teams.
through a little bit
Campaign is
more
kind
and
of
just
like the
kind of look
main
at the
driver
different
of
things.
experience. So you come in here and gain a lot of experience for your team, also for your. Yeah, so maybe I'll show. So what we've got right now is, as Paul said, we've got kind of like main narrative, which is the
Where is it? Okay.
type that you're about.
So here's the flow of the new campaign. Been a while. Did you change it? I did. Well, yes, and um, we decided that having me cramped in the corner didn't make as much sense, and she was also getting ready to move some things around and redecorate some stuff. So, yes, I'm no longer. I was against that wall back there, and now I'm against the other wall, but still facing the back wall. So, I unfortunately can't see all my stuff, but uh, it is definitely nice for displaying. So I got all my plushies on one shelf, all my Lego, well, not all my Legos, some of my Legos on another, and all of my pandas. All the pandas I've got sitting on a shelf. It's perfect. And then my wife's got all her Harry Potter stuff over here. And then I haven't put it on. I don't know if I'm gonna put it on that shelf or leave it here, but finished my I finished my One Piece ship a couple days ago. Finally, I got this for my birthday in April. That's how long. Nope. Yes, it's either my birthday or Father's Day. Either way, it's been a really long time. But that looks awesome. Love that. So yes, I have rearranged the room. I don't think it will again though. Not for a very long time. Maybe when the kids are older. But I once painted a piggy bank to look like Pikachu and called it Pikachu. I'm pretty. Yeah, I know you put that in my Discord. I remember you talking about that. Pikachu. Yep, I've got those are the not Lego licensed ones. They don't even have one of that yet. These are the Mega Blocks before Lego got rights to Pokemon. So I still have a Charmander and a Bulbasaur I need to build. But those Mega Blocks are genuinely painful. They're so much more painful than Legos. However, they're designed, like they're sharper, they're harder to take apart. It's not good, man. Never again. Pikachu! Yeah, no, I've got it. It's got to be way back there, but I remember you putting it. It's probably in. What would that be in? That would be under what? Not what you do. What you building? Maybe. No. What you do for fun? No. Okay, it's got to be in general then. Or maybe do I have a Pokemon stream games channel? No, probably not. Pokemon community game? Pikachu! No, it must be in general then. Hang on, I'll find it. Hang on. I'm gonna dig back in the archives for this, which isn't very long because I'm not that popular. Ooh, Pikachu. Okay, I'm just kidding. This is actually a little longer than I thought. Oh, not. I mean, that genuinely would have been at the beginning. Oh my gosh, this is my office before there's anything in it. Crazy. Pikachu. There it is. I found it. No, not again. Oh, that was frozen. I could have done that. It would have been faster. But here it is. This is Delinquent's Piggy Bank Pikachu. Isn't it beautiful, everyone? Okay, catch do 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 do. What are you for real? What the heckin', Yarl Hobby? Oh, did I miss something? Or did I say something? It's clear. Oh, right? Beautiful. Absolutely a work of art. I need to take a picture of my Lego thing and put it in my what you're building. Gotta do it. Gotta do it. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Come to present. Back to the beginning. Yeah. Okay, cool. The Mega Blocks. Oh, yes. Why are they more painful? I don't know. Like, just I know that the way they build Legos uh is like the most precise process, and if they don't pass like a sound clicking test, they don't use them. So I think there's just a lot more care put into crafting them than Mega Blocks. Is just which is just a knockoff. Which thank goodness Lego finally has the rights to Pokemon and are making some absolutely amazing sets. And the the new Lego they've created, have you guys heard of Smart Bricks? Did you hear what's happening with Entipaizo? No, I didn't. Congrats on that, Rockruff Kellers. Be right back and I get some ice cream. Ooh, that sounds good. No, what's happening in Paizo? They look so cool. Like, what an idea that the way you move something will make multiple different sounds. I just, I can't wait to get my hands on one. Can't wait. I'll probably get my son something Pokemon Lego related for Christmas so I can finally have something that does that. It seems so cool. So cool. So yeah, so the campaign though. Where am I? Oh, why am I on this page? That's weird. Hello? This one? It's better. Whoopsies. So it used to be like 10 missions, and now it's like 30. Which when I first saw, it says 27 up there. When I first saw, I admittedly was like, oh my gosh, that's a lot of campaign. And this is just for Asgard. Like all of them are going to be like this. And then they show you the nodes, and they're like 20 more missions long. I'm like, dang, they're putting a lot of gameplay in this. Now, the multiple different nodes are really cool, and I like uh, the diversity of ideas in it. And I know that their idea and vision is, creating a more narrative, story focused game. But 27, if I'm honest, feels like a lot. Like instead of having cutscenes I'm trudging through, I'm going to be trudging through missions. But is that actually bad? Like, do I want to breeze through campaign? Can campaign just be longer? But then with some like fun side pieces to it? I don't know. I'll be interested to get to actually try it out in beta 2 and see how that feels. Um, because I just imagine it could feel a bit repetitive. But the nodes might really bring that fresh life to it that we're looking for. So, I don't know. Maybe I want to go find one of the nodes if I can. Campfires. So this I really like. This I think is good. It's like another bazaar, but maybe a discounted bazaar, and actually having some good stuff. I'm down with that. Diamond Com- Diamond Comics is withholding $10 million worth of Paizo products and other creators' stuff like Roll for Combat's game. They're trying to litigate to a judge that they own all the products they held in stock due to contracts. This has been happening since last month and possibly longer. Then they cut their partnership with Archives of Nethys. What? That's wild. Because yeah, Paizo's the people that made Pathfinder. So they're withholding products and creator stuff. So basically, like anything that people have made that's like a homebrew or like their own. How do I put this? Like using Pathfinder as a base, they made something using it, but it's their own. and Paizo's claiming ownership of it? Like the opposite of an open license? Because that's crazy. Oh, no, no, sorry. It's not Paizo. Diamond Comics is withholding Paizo products. Who's Diamond Comics? I'm not in the know about this. I know what Paizo is. A bankruptcy case. This was a year ago. Diamond Comics and Paizo. Oh, their bankruptcy impacted Paizo, trapping 10 million of their publishers' inventory and triggering major. Oh, yikes! Paizo lost 2 million and had to write off an additional 500,000 in sales, forcing a round of layoffs. Oh, that's terrible. But not because of Paizo, because of Diamond Comic. Oh, that's awful, man. Diamond Comics is a publishing company. They declared bankruptcy recently and are trying to tell a judge they own all the stock in their inventory even after declaring bankruptcy and pay off their debts. Well, that's just scummy. That's just scummy. Disappointing. Dang, dang, dang. Hmm. Poor Paizo, man. I'm really looking forward to. This is not like directly related to that, but like another um what do you call that? TTRPG is just the base name, but I like a I don't know IP, another D&D type game uh, called DC 20. I think I backed that on Kickstarter, and it is still being built out. But that's a game I'm really excited to get to play. I think there's some really great systems they've got in there. Um, so yeah, campfires, good. Heroic nodes.
You actually get a lot more content in one area of the world, and
I do like this idea of elites and then like boss nodes. I like having specifically harder things to have to like look forward to slash overcome, things like that. That feels good. Horde mode. So they've talked about this a couple different ways. The only thing I have in my mind when I think of horde is Gears of War horde mode. That that lives rent free in my brain, man. I have core memories built around playing horde mode with high school friends. Loved that. Loved that so much. But the idea of it in this kind of game is interesting. Which full stopping there. I love how much Bayless is trying to incorporate concepts from other that I don't feel like I've commonly seen in like mobile gotcha hero collector genres and making them possible. Like this. Like the idea of having multiple waves that just keep coming and keep coming. Now, will it have multiple people? Will they just like fill in as someone dies? To be determined. But it's cool. Yeah, it's cool to see and hearing them talk about it too, and like some of the other podcasts and stuff. Just their desire to have brought ideas from all these games that they've lived and loved in their past and finding ways to make them work naturally in the Godforge world. Really just incorporating them in an appropriate way. Like that feels really cool. He's back with ice cream. What kind did you get? I I have some ice cream that I will probably go get if I'm feeling crazy whenever stream is done because it is some delicioso ice cream. But this particularly crazy thing about this, I'm on my. I have ADHD. If you guys didn't know, which the idea of trying to do something specific and then reading chat and like so many different conversations going on at one time. I love it though. It fills me with so much joy. Um, I'm not back with ice. You close your snarky face. You act like the ice cream survived the. Okay, okay. I did. I thought you got lost looking for ice cream, or maybe you went and ordered it. I don't know. But I when you get ice cream, great. He tripped. He survived the trip back. Oh, Kellers. That's gold, man. That's gold. Uh, are you guys the kind of people that try new flavors of ice cream often, or do you have a tried and true that you just pretty much always eat? Because at the ice cream place around here called Handles, I don't know how big or universal they are if they're local, but at Handles, they have the best ice cream. So good. But I've gotten probably the exact same order for the last 10 to 15 years of my life. I don't know that I've literally ever gotten anything different other than chocolate pecan and banana. They make the best banana ice cream. It tastes fresh, doesn't taste like artificial stuff. It's amazing. I had ice cream to console myself while that's I can't. That's so good. I've always gotten that. And then for the first time in again, probably like 15 years, I got something different. And I don't even know why, but it's so good and I have a whole pint of it in my fridge. And it is I think it's called not not your average dough or something like that, but not is spelled KNOT because it is cookie dough ice cream with cookie dough pieces in it and pretzel. And it's so good. It's so good. I will only try new flavors from mom and pop shops, locals swear by, and Tillamook. Okay, okay. I try all flavors and I will continue to try new flavors. Good for you guys. I have a problem. Like, I'd like them. I'm sure I would. It is the FOMO of not getting to eat something I know I love, though, and the just the slight chance that I might eat something that tastes like butt that I can't. I generally don't risk, but cookie dough and pretzels sounded super safe. There was a local ice cream place I went to in Oregon last weekend, and they had some interesting flavors. Nice, nice. Like what? Did you try any of those interesting flavors? Yeah, I just always get the same thing. I get chocolate pecan and banana if they have it at a place. Now if it's a new place, obviously, like I have to look and I'll pick something else. But I usually sit in the same wheelhouse of like savory chocolate flavors. Like I don't do fruity stuff, but I do also love sherbet ice cream. Sherbet. I don't know how you say it. Not sorbet. Sherbet or sherbet. You're pronouncing it. Pronunciation. When you pronounce the word pronunciation wrong, that feels especially wrong on so many levels. My brain is moving way faster than, or my mouth is moving faster than my brain. I don't know. I'm not okay. I'm totally fine, but I'm not okay. I need some Cheez-Its. I have a problem too. It's called I like ice cream and I like eating and I like eating everything. So basically, seafood, eat food. Love it. No, they have goat cheese Marionberry habanero ice. Ew! That sounds disgusting. That sounds gross. I will say this though. The idea of spicy ice cream does sound a little appealing to me, but I really like spicy food. So habanero sounds interesting, but goat cheese? Nah, you lost me at goat cheese. That's crazy. Tillamook has two of my favorite seasonal limited edition ice cream: apple crisp and holiday sugar cookie. That sounds really good. I would try it. Sounds interesting to me. I mean, you've already established you eat anything. Seafood. Like, if apple crisp is like apple pie, like apple crisp, apple pie is my. I gotta clarify. I like apple pie in general, but warmed up apple pie with vanilla ice cream on top and whipped cream, chef's kiss. Love that food. Mm. Your uncle had it? Mm. Shout out Keller's uncle, man. I mean, I believe with all those flavors mixed together, you'd really get either a uniquely terrible taste or a uniquely incredible taste. And I would hope if they put it on a menu that someone tried it and was like, this doesn't taste like sweaty butthole. Let's do it. I'm gonna go play Gatekeepers. It's calling to me. Do it, man. Do it. I'll have to check out the Steam page for it later. Safe travels. Godspeed. Oh, I needed these cheeses so much. I'm so hungry, guys. I had such a small dinner. My wife made enough for everybody to have one helping, and it just didn't. I'm so hungry right now. It's crazy. And I ate 5.5 hours ago. Insane. I'm gonna go play Gatekeepers. Wait, no, I just read that. I just read that. Did it scroll up? No, I'm just crazy. No one said anything. Ha! Ha ha ha. Hungry, hungry. Not hippos. Me. Hungry me. Anyway, what are we doing here? Horde mode. Finding dungeons in campaign. I do like that change. I think that's cool. Unlocking dungeons because you find them in a thematically accurate place. Down for that. Treasure caves. Love this. Fighting mini bosses. Or like medium bosses. Maybe not mini bosses. Feels good. Yeah, this is too long. I'm not gonna get into this right now. Check this video out though. It's really good. If you're following Godforge, if you're interested in Godforge, go check this out. It's very, very cool. The changes they're proposing. All right. Since we've got such a lovely following here right now, thanks again to everybody who has stuck around and is watching the stream. Appreciate y'all. We're gonna go pull some cards though, because someone asked me earlier when my next horror stream would be, and I said it'll be when I get my Destiny Commons done. So we better work on that, right? I hope we're about to see a rise in independent creators in the coming year. So much crap has occurred, and we're only halfway to 2027. I'm assuming you're talking about D&D creators or like TTRPG creators, and I feel like we are. I feel like there was a lot of games that like when the OGL scandal happened, there was a whole bunch of stuff that came out. Those people were already building stuff, and then I feel like it also just created this like surge in people to start trying to make things out of like frustration. But a lot of those things were bigger projects that have just taken a long time to uh, just to make well. And so I think we will. I think in the coming year we really will get to see some very, very cool stuff. Just in general, yeah, that's true. Seeing, I mean, games like um, Expedition 33, Pioneer Studio making a banger of a game. Would love to see some more smaller independent studios really just cracking it out of the park. Would love that. One of those people. Yeah. Yep. Yep. All right. So to anybody who's newer here to this part of my stream, this is really what founded it all. I technically started playing um, The Last Descendant? Sent? Some? I forget. Something like that. Worst part is I predicted everything and no one believed me. Oh, dang. I mean, it's got to feel good for yourself, though, right? Got to feel good for yourself. So you're saying one of those people? Are you saying you're one of those indie creators? Like you're trying to make something? Thank you. They are sick. Thank you to the game developer of this. He's made an awesome game that I have supported by buying his plushies behind me. And the game, obviously. Yep, we've got our statues out front. You originally couldn't change the name of your shop. Now you can. But this is my name. ADHD and Dad's Tetraceratops. And I picked it because of Tetramon. But also, this needs to be a Tetramon in this game. It should be the legendary, the Tetraceratops, four-horned beast. Yeah, I have ADHD. This is a very, very organized shop. And I love it. But anyway, you've been killing me with updates so much. So much. I love watching this guy cook. It's cool seeing all the different like game award shows and stuff he's been on too. Love it. And the roadmap. I mean, it's just nice. Random events though. That being the next thing on this roadmap, I'm really excited about that. I really want to see some of those like random day challenges or things like that. Like tournaments was cool. It didn't quite scratch the itch as much as I thought it would. But it's cool. I do like it. I definitely just like decorating more. I'd like more expansions. I'd like to build a bigger shop since I've bought everything I can other than all the decorations. But I'm about to get some bulk Pokemon cards together to send off to CGC for grading. Ooh. Like what? What do you have? That's awesome. But yeah, so anybody who's new here, after like the first Ascent and a couple of other games, I finally decided to pick this up. Unfortunately, after the big boom of the game, so I didn't get to ride the train of people really getting excited, but also I'm a nobody, so why would someone come watch me anyway? Not in mass, whatever. Not being down on myself, just being realistic. I don't know. I might say my favorite Pokemon ones in first. Makes sense. Makes sense. So I created a self-imposed challenge to collect every card in this game in chronological order by set, and that I couldn't open any other sets or accept purchase of any other cards from any sets past that one until I finish the current one. So up above, you can see that we've completed the commons, the rares, the epics, the legendaries, and we're finally on the Destiny commons now. We are a little over halfway through all of the sets. And we've got our own Excel tracker that we use to keep track of everything, all the cards that we're getting. So, yeah, we've been doing this for 111 days of streaming. Not every day has been the same. Sometimes I play for like half a stream. This one's only going to be like 30 minutes. But it's technically been 111 days, 230 in-game days. But that also doesn't mean anything because when I have money like this, I haven't started an in-game day in a while because I just keep putting money in the machines. Counting ghosts? No, not counting ghosts, as they are not something I can like specifically pull from packs. I have every ghost card. I have had every ghost card for a while. But I don't have every ghost foil card. Get my spreadsheet. This one? Yeah. That's all. I swear it's been longer. Well, I don't stream every day though. It's 111 streaming days for me, which has been, oh my gosh, a long time. Because so here's my spreadsheet. Here's all the cards I've checked off, and that includes ghost cards. So I have every single ghost card, and then I'm at 64 out of 80, whatever that is. 16 remaining. Oh, well, 16. I need 16 more ghost foil cards. Um, so I started. I think this is my tracker because I'm also tracking how many packs it takes me, when I've gotten all the cards, blah 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 blah. I haven't done it in a while, but I started in October of 2024. So it has almost been 2 years of doing this. Almost 2 years. And when I started though, I was streaming 3 days a week. As you can see, I had 10, 22, 25, and 28, 29. Like I had a lot more days close together. But then when I started going back to school last fall, I had to switch to 1 day a week because I had to be smart about my time. I need my evenings to do that since I work a full-time job and go to school and have a 3, 5, and 7-year-old. So someday I hope to be able to stream more again, probably when school's done. But yeah, that's why I only get to stream once a week. And when school's happening, sometimes I don't stream at all. If I have like big tests or homework or something, then obviously school comes first. But yeah, almost 2 years. Almost 2 years I've been doing this. And it's just been so much fun. I also did it because I wanted to eventually be able to make a YouTube video that just like shows all my progress and all the full art foils I pulled and stuff like that. But that's a long time from now, and it won't matter. Literally nobody will watch it. Good stuff. Yeah, I haven't done this in a while. I got to go back and watch my old VODs again and get caught up on this. So many to watch. So many. Because, I can't keep track of it in the moment enough times. And then I get behind and, ADHD, all that good stuff. So hungry. Okay. So, we're going to stop at 11:30. We started a little later today, but I do need to go to bed at some point. So we should be able to get through 2 pack openings of about 1,200 packs. And so we are going to put a prediction in. I don't have any in here, right? Yeah, these are all empty? Okay. I gotta do this math again. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, I have 10 machines. 10 times 128 is 1,280, which is, that's the wrong screen. Basic Destiny box. 20 boxes, right? 640 would be 10. The 1280 would be 20. Yeah, 20 boxes. BRB dinner for me. All right. No, I don't know why my connection is so unstable this stream. Sorry to anybody who's watching laggy streams. I don't know what's happening. It is annoying. All right. So predictions. What just happened? Did I just get rated? How did I just jump from 5 to 10 viewers? That's nuts. Hello? Viewers? People who just jumped in here? I didn't get rated. What happened? I've never gotten that many viewers at once. That's crazy. It's just going up. Okay, cool. Anyway, we're gonna make a prediction. Do you guys think in the next stupid game, better luck next time, will we get a full art foil in the next? I think I'll just get one or more. What do you guys think? What kind of prediction should we make? How many full art foils do you think we'll get in the next 2,400 packs opened? No, 2,560. 1280 times 2. Yeah. What do you think? How many full art foils can we get in the whole total of it? Oh, 150 full art foils? The rarest card? Brother, that's insane. Much more reasonable. Thank you. Okay. Let's do. So 1,280 packs. No, sorry. 2,560 packs. 2,560 packs. Will we get 5 full art foils? I think 5. That might even be high. You let me know what you think. 2 minutes on the clock. Prediction starts now. Let me know what you think. Anybody hanging out in chat, will we get 5 full art foils, or is that just wishful thinking? I'm so hungry. Okay. I'll start picking them up. You better. I donated a lot of points. Oh no. That's a lot. 4K. Dang. Hey man. That's your belief is appreciated. Anybody doubting? Anybody think Kellers is crazy? Want to steal all of his points if he loses? Or do you just want it to fall into the abyss? Any doubters? Or anyone that wants to share in the riches of victory? Let's see you. Someone did 1? That's just cringy. Someone's just trying to take all your stuff, dude. I love it. All right. 2,560 packs. 5 full art foils is what we're looking for. So far, I have gotten, I don't know how many packs I've opened, but I have 0. I have none. I'm still looking for all of them. So that does help. Which, I'm not even looking for new full art photos. I'm just looking for any full art photos. So they could even be duplicates. We're looking for 5. I'm the only one taking this seriously. It would seem that way. It would seem that way. Wait. Oh, no, I can't do that. I have to Windows it. Can I see who voted for what? This will decide if I should buy a lottery ticket tomorrow or not. Fair. Fair. It was. That's my moderator. That's amazing. Well, to be fair, I think this is probably the very first prediction ever where I've actually had someone on both sides of the coin. So, that other than when I used my alt account, or at least in a very long time. I don't know. Usually, not enough people to sway. But hey, when you win, you can steal my moderator's 1 point. Fellas, what have you been up to? In stream, out of stream? What's going on? And now my bit rate is fine again. So great, I would just keep fluctuating. Except that it's not at all. Working, just got back from Oregon on Monday night. Haven't streamed in like 4 or 5 months. Might do it tomorrow. Okay. Hey man, you do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do. Sounds like you have family in Oregon. You said your uncle was there. It was a family trip. We are traveling to the Upper Peninsula next week. My aunt has a cottage, small house on the lake, but it's very small. And her whole family and my mom and her family are coming. So me and my wife and my kids will be sleeping in a tent near a house. So at least we'll have a bathroom nearby. But we will be sleeping in a tent. So that'll be interesting. Make it past you? Hey, sweet. We'll be coming from Cleveland. Driving through Cleveland and then just up through Michigan. I moved, so I was working on trying to get stuff together for the stream. Oh, okay. Yeah. Moves can do that for sure. Maybe not. I live in southern Wisconsin. I will miss you then. I'm coming from the other way. But it should be fun. Other than trying to get my 3-year-old to sleep in a tent. It should be a good time. Looking forward to it. What else? What's going on? I started reading a book with my wife that she read, gosh, years ago now. I used to read with her. She's in a book club, and there was a book I read with her one time. It was very good. I don't remember what it was called, but I stopped for a while, and then I'd asked her recently if she wanted to do it again. And so she asked me to read A Court of Thorn and Roses. So I'm on chapter 5. I'm officially dipping my toe into book talk books. And pray for me. I don't know what I'm in for. Not my usual read. I mean, the fantasy vibe is. I like reading fantasy, anything really, but we'll see. Tent camping is fun. I don't share that sentiment. I just don't. I'm not an outdoor person, man. I like controlled environments, and I don't like bugs. I really don't like bugs. I didn't grow up tent camping. I did a little bit when I was in Boy Scouts. It was just never for me. But my wife loves it. Like we just bought a new car to be able to go camping. We bought a Honda Pilot so that we could traverse mountains better, which we have. We as a family have done some, but that is her her love and desire much more than my own. Uh, do they bug you? Yeah, yeah, they do. Really, they bite me. They like my blood. Not as much as my wife, but yeah, I just don't like mosquitoes, and I don't like being uncomfortable or not being able to control my air environment or going to the bathroom at a toilet or a lot of things. Nothing like hearing a mosquito buzzing in your ear when you're trying to sleep. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Really, I think the worst part of it right now is just my kids. Uh, Getting them to go to sleep. They just don't. My older ones are probably fine with it now. We tried probably, I think it was last October, and the sleeping went really poorly for everybody. It was awful. We only had one tent, so we will be bringing two. So either me or my wife will stay with my 3-year-old so that he's not keeping everybody else awake, and then the other one will be with my 5 and 7-year-old, which they're mostly fine. They'll probably dick around themselves, but they can at least go to sleep. My 3-year-old, man, oh my gosh, he is just a 3-year-old, a ball of energy and chaos, and I love him very much. But at home, he just has a child lock on his door, and so I don't care what he does in his room. He doesn't bother anybody else. He got the rain sounds on, and eventually he crawls in bed and falls asleep. It's not going to work quite as well with the tent, but we're going to make the best of it, and hopefully he'll get used to it after the first night or two. And if not, we'll go home. We'll see. We'll see. Hopefully, having his cousins around, because the last time we went camping wasn't quite as active. Hopefully, having cousins around and being able to play and having more to do during the day will just wear him out, and he'll just pass out. Oh. Let's catch us a mabostiff. Mabostiff? I don't even know what that is, man. These new Pokemon generations. Too much. Pokey catch do 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 do. Catch do 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 do. Mabo stuff. Mabo stuff. Thank you for that. All right, get our stiff. All right, here we go. The prediction begin. Full art worm goal. Nice. Golden foil Chiron. Hope I have that. Is that one? Off the frickin' rip, dude! First pack machine! Full art foil Dynamite! Only true pronunciators catch my bostiff. Were you here when I mispronounced pronunciation? Because I'll kill you. I'll kill you. That was... Oh. I was literally talking about pronouncing things, but then I went to pronunciation and I said pronunciation, and I just about died. I just about died. Go back and find it. You want to make a clip of it? Go back in the VOD and find it. Oh my gosh. I stream Pokemon Go on another account. And when I have to say the new ones I haven't really said before, people always say stuff. Yeah. Yeah. But we got a full art foil. Let's go. Nanamites. We got the full art foil before we got the gold edition foil. Okay. Alright. Messiah Silver Edition Comet Foil. Got everything here. Nice. To the next. 1800. A gold foil Tetron. Nope, I already have that. So annoying. I don't know if the stars are new or if they're not new. And meh, this marigold foil. I have to check all of them because sometimes they are and sometimes they're not. Come on, 151. Man, I'd have a lot of full art foils if I did that. A lot. Not foil, just a full art Messiah. I also have. Seedant EX. Maybe. Hope I have that too. Okay. Flam Chick. Full art. Nice. Oops. Go back. This one? No, I didn't. Pygmy Gold and Pygmy Silver. Great. Got that one. Bad Pokemon pronunciations always make me think of this video for some reason. Not even them saying it bad, just totally wrong. Give me a second. I'll look at it. Sunflork. Do I need a Sunflork? I do not need a Sunflork. Is this an EX Wormgoal? It is. And I don't have that. Gold foil Nanomite. I do need that. And full art Crowbib. I don't need that. And golden. Don't. Oh my gosh, this one is so cringe. No! Ugh, because of this stinking thing. I don't know how to do this better. I gotta change it every living time. Remind me to change it back. All right, I'll rewind it at least to this part.
Then this guy shows up and
what's up, Ray Ray? He told me to get this like Pokemon's app right here, so I went and got it, and they got these cool little characters like dinosaurs and ducks and shit.
Then this guy shows up and he starts calling the Pokemon by the wrong names. I don't know, just on purpose to patronize me, making fun of me. I don't know what his deal was. He called Bulbasaur.
That's Onion Turtle.
Geodude.
Punchy Rock.
Meowth.
That cat with them long ass arms.
Ekans.
Purple shit.
He called Diglett.
That's floor shit right there.
And Doug Trio.
That's 3 floor shits.
He knew Pikachu, but everybody knows Pikachu.
Oh yeah, that's Pikachu right there.
He called Weeping
That's
Bell.
Pikachu.
That's almost a pair.
Weedle.
Party Wiener.
Beedrill.
Everybody know that's Big Dick B.
Bees don't even have dicks. It's a stinger.
She just like lost it.
And then this girl started screaming at me all crazy and shit, and I'm just trying to catch these party wieners, you know what I mean, man? Like, this shit is funny as hell.
Oh my gosh, that's a classic. Amazing. Oh, I gotta change the audio back. Go back to Card Shop Simulator. Alright. 5,500. We got something in here. Flamey Full Art. A bunch of golds. Tetron EX foil. Yep. Base Slud Glop, already have that. It's all these gold ones though. Sapling. Min Stars, not one of those. Batrings, not one of those. Wop is not one of those. And then Flam Chick. And Slug Glop. Slug Glop is. I didn't use gold Slug Glop. Nice. Oh my gosh, dude. We got 2 full art foils already? That's 2. Pretty sure that was a 2016 college humor skit. Oh yeah, I recognize the redheaded guy. He was yeah, was golden. Prime comedy, man. Flame Chick, gold, nice, got it. Alright, we got 2 out of 5. And we still got a whole nother set to do. Which I need to hurry up and get through this because it's already 11:30. The only floats I'm looking for are Loopup, Wereboo, and Kitsune. Batring, was that one of these? It was! Batring Gold Foil. Done and dusted. And Kitsune, I already have that one. Okay. Next. Robib Gold Foil. Nope, I just need Minstar and Klawop. Minstar EX. Already have that. Of course I do. Battering Full Art. Already said I don't need that. Nope, don't need that. Okay, got all those. Wereboo? No, I need the Wereboo Full Art, not the gold foil. Nothing in this one. This is a terrible machine. Okay, we're slowing down a little bit. Ooh, Full Art pack. Nice! Why are you saying Kitsune? Oh no, I do need that. And then I need Wereboo and Loopup. Nah, it's not in that lineup. Okay. Last machine. 4,000! It's just a ghost pack. Ruined. Ruined! Oh, Wereboo. Need that. Noise. Need one more full art. Need a loop up. Alright. So we got 2 in the first batch. I wish I could speed up the opening process of these, but I can't. We'll try to do this quick. I did too much talking. Oh. I bought 32 packs, guys. I'm gonna cry. I'm wasting time. Why do you hate me, game? This is awful. Alright, well, we got the first half. I'm gonna have to do it again now. I cannot believe I just ordered the wrong box type. Now I only need 10 of these. Zach, you just had to stand in the box, didn't you? Okay. Alright. 10.5 minutes. We'll see if my moderator gets a bunch of points or if someone gets one of my moderator's points. Which is particularly crazy, because I'm sure of all people that even watch this stream, that he probably has more points than literally everyone. So to only put 1 point in and steal from somebody else is awful. A poltergeist? Why would I want a poltergeist? Spell it right, you goof. Not pokey catach. I may not know how to pronunciate things, but at least I can spell. Oh. Yes, I am, dude. How's it going? I mean, I would normally be ending at 11:30, but I made a prediction to open 2,000 packs, and this is the second half of that prediction, so I got like 9 minutes left on the machines. I was talking too much. A+ pronunciation. F spelling bee. How you been, Tim? Looking forward to seeing you in about a week. No, exactly a week, because you guys are coming on Thursday. Ha! Get wrecked, nerd! That's for spelling it wrong! Damn! Going, working, sleeping. Living the dream. Gotta get that bag. Money, money. I wouldn't know. I don't have the capacity. I'm working on it. It's just gonna take me another 2.5 years. Give or take. I make those penny pennies. That's what I make. Sammy was talking about it with Oliver tonight because he's having all the big questions in his mind, and he said, "Why can't?" Or I came in after putting Aiden to bed, and he said, "I wish that you could make more money so that mom didn't have to work so much, and I could spend every day with mom at home." I was like, "Me too. I wish I could also give your mother that freedom and liberty." And she's like, "Yeah, your dad makes like $1,500 to $1,800 a month, and I make like $7,000 to $8,000 a month." Like, yep. And technically, I make like 20. It was like probably closer to like 30,000 to 3,500, but I have to pay 14 to $1,600 a month for my insurance. So that's a lot. Just over half my paycheck. You have a vid for me to watch? Okay. You can put it in my Discord if you're in my Discord, or just send it to me in Discord. That's fine too. Or whatever. Yeah, text it. However you have procured it. What is the theme of this video? More minutes. Will we get 3 more full art foils? It'd be impressive. It'd be very impressive. Texted? Okay. Oh no! Oh yeah, look what I built. Da-da-da-da. Finally done. My my birthday gift from forever ago. The biggest Lego set I've ever built. Ooh, okay, Naruto. What? What the heck is this video? Yeah, this was from the yeah, the Netflix series. But I mean, still a lot of lore accuracy and whatnot. Pretty dope. Money clone jutsu type. Money clone jutsu. Rex on Rex. Pockets drenched. Pockets healthy. This is such a weird video. In so many ways. Great drawing, though. Props to the artist. Super weird. Ready? Okay, here we go. Moment of truth. Will we find 3 more full art foils in all these boxes? Star gold foil, done. Batch ring. The only other gold foil I need is Lowap. Is this EX? It is. We do need that. Nice. And I don't need that. Nimbus EX, yes. Oh, it's an EX foil party. Rats. Sludglop, have it. Probib, don't have it. Guppy, don't have it. Sapoling, don't have it. Vetron, have it. Klawop, don't have it. And Loopup, don't have it. Okay. Looking for Loopup full arch. That's my last one. My last gold foil is Klawop. So I don't need any of these. Dang it. Next machine. Vetron EX foil. Have it. So I have full art. No. Ooh, 5,000 maybe. No! Not another ghost. Nuts. And followed by that. That's just rude. The Klawop in there at least? No, no Klawop. Just utterly useless. Great, thanks. Don't steal all of Keller's points, game. Don't be mean. Don't be mean. Guppy EX. Yep. And an Esmeralda. Nope. Second half. That's a low number. Not looking good. Have a Nimbus. Guppy. No, I don't need that. Hey, we got the co-op though. Nice. So that's all of the foils up to EXs and full arts, and we're just missing one full art card to get all the non-hollow cards. That would be a loop up. 3 more machines to get 3 full art foils. The odds are not looking good. There's one. I needed the regular full art, but I'll take a full art foil too. Take that too. 2 machines, 2 full art foils. Can we do it? Ooh, 3,300. It's possible. Got a Seedant EX. Where's Seedant? There it is. Already have that? I have all of Seedant. Okay. Sapling EX. Have that. Postcard, Tetron Gold. We don't need gold. We only need EX full art foils and a loop up full art. Yeah. I didn't miss anything here. No. Alright, so I need 2 in this one. No, we missed it by 1. Are you kidding? Oh, that's crazy. We got 4 and not 5. Oh, there's the loop up full art. Nice. All the non-hollows are done. Oh, that's a tragedy. One more. Yeah, I had like 160 something. Legendary cards. Give it to them +1 for mod support. Alright, sounds good. That was a good one. We got a lot though. We're at 294 now. Yeah, no, I can make a lot of money now. Opening legendary card packs and selling duplicates. I can make so much money. It's silly. You've never started your Pokemon journey? That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay, did that. This. Colors gets his point. Yes, we did. With the mod bonus. We're close. We're 30 cards away. Which means nothing, because full arts are impossible to find, but we're getting there. Alright. That is going to do it for us. I'm going to go eat some ice cream. Maybe read something. This is fun, though. There's a lot of people in here. Old faces, new faces. The good, lively stream kept me busy. It was fun. Hey! First Poke Catch. And it's a success. Well done. Like 6 months ago. You shouldn't have lost your thing, though. I didn't think they I mean, I guess it's possible. They could just, maybe to save space, they, like, disconnect stuff after not being used for too long. Rookie luck. No, it's because he spelled Pokecatch right. Duh. You've been cursed for the rest of the stream. You're the only one that didn't catch that other one that me and Keller's got. You're the only one who didn't catch it, bro. Thanks again to everybody for coming to hang out today. Shout out to Kellers and Delinquent and D&D Guy and Reactor and Racecar and Jarl Javi and Blazer Lamer, who followed me and then left and said nothing. Shout out to Kellers. Am I forgetting anyone? I don't think so. No. And my moderator for the sub, you are too kind as always. Appreciate you being here. Yeah. You guys are all awesome. Thanks for hanging out with me. You guys are what make this fun and worth doing. Poltergeist is so good. W stream. For sure. Good stuff. I will see you guys. I don't know when I'll see you. 2 weeks. Because I'll be. Actually, no. I might stream Tuesday. Maybe for a little bit. I don't know. We're leaving Wednesday morning. So it would definitely probably be a shorter stream if I did, just to make sure I get a good night's sleep. But I'll probably stream Tuesday still. So, we'll see you guys next week. Until then, everybody be safe. Be well. Peace.